This morning, as we look on the issue of worshiping the unchanged God. And I like feedback, so you don't fall asleep on me. There are two words we always use, but never seem to fit the occasion. Anybody know what those two words are? There are two words, especially in marriage or a relationship or in parents, or in general, we always use these words, but it never really fits us. Always and never. Always and never. Because being married, one of the things my wife normally said, Mark, you're always, and what she said always, I'm going to think of a time when I never did it. And when she said, you never, I'm going to think of a time when I actually did it. And I'm going to bring it up. And the same thing is, always we seem to use those two words for human beings, which in general, to be truthful, it cannot fit us because we're changing beings. We don't always do something because we change. We don't always never do something because we change. Always and never can only be ascribed to one being, and that's God. God is always the same. God will never change. And in this changing world where theology changes, people change, the environment changes, it is a good thing to know we have someone who we can hold on to who does not change. And this is our God. And this morning, this afternoon, just for a brief moment, I'm going to talk on the topic as our theme is worshiping the unchanging God. Worshiping the unchanged God. And we're going to be over the Bible a bit, so bear with me. First, who is this unchanged God? We serve a triune God, God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. But there is one who came into flesh, and that is Jesus. And he is the topic or the issue of many of these different religions that's going on in this world. Because we're saying, some religions are saying that Jesus is not God. Some religions say Jesus was a great prophet. Some religions say Jesus is a God. Some religions say Jesus is just a mere man like us. But we believe that Jesus is God and he never changes. One of the passages that we bring that thought from is found in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. Hebrews was written, as I said, to show the superiority of Jesus. And as theologian said, Hebrews was written to the Hebrew to tell them to stop being Hebrew. And it was showing that Jesus, this man who they thought was just a great teacher, for some he was a lunatic, he is truly God. And in chapter 13, verse 8, the author made this claim, this absolute proposition, when he says in verse 8, and I'm using the New King James Version, so there might be a slight difference, where it says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Yesterday, today, and forever. Here we say Jesus is unchanging. Unchanging means that, listen, he had no beginning. He is existing now. He's not dead. And he will exist forever until there's no more forever. He will still exist. He's saying that Jesus is everything. When he said something, he will do it. When he said, I will, he can. When he said, listen, trust me, he will do it. He's never changing. And the author in Hebrew, he was encouraging them that, listen, I want you to trust him, because you see as man will change, you see as they will change doctrine to fit to suit their need. When Jesus said something, he's not going to change. When Jesus said, I'm going to be with you, it means no matter what comes, he is with you. When Jesus said, I will provide for you, I will sustain you, no matter what comes, even when you turn your back on him, it is so surprising that he still provides for you, for us. And one of the beauty about how Jesus is unchangeable, my word, if it is not our word, is that the thing is, as I always said, he is God. He knew what he would face when he came down as a man. But yet still, he loved us that much that he still came. As Fabian said this morning, he didn't have to be born of a virgin. He didn't have to walk upon this earth as he did. He didn't have to suffer as he did. But because of his love, his unchanging love, in spite of everything that he knew and what would be said to him, he still came because he is always the same and never changed. That's why the writer could say, he's the same yesterday, he's the same today, he will be the same forever. But he didn't only point that out to say that Jesus is unchanging. This passage or this verse is one of the strongest arguments that we can have to show Jesus' divinity, that he is God. Because in order for him to be the same yesterday and today and forever, that means he could not have a beginning. As some religion I will not call said that Jesus was born. Jesus was created, or they put it this way, that Jesus is a mighty God, but he's not the almighty God. That Jesus at some point in time when he did not exist. But when you bring it to this verse, I said, what does this verse say to you when it says Jesus is unchanging? He's the same yesterday, tomorrow, and forever. They're stuck. Because it shows that Jesus is God. There's no beginning, there's no end, and there's no changing of him. Because if Jesus changed, then some of the claims that he made could not be true. In John chapter 14, verse 6, where it's a famous I am claim where he says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. When Jesus said, if you need to understand it, when he says, I am, meaning that before me there was none. Right now, there is no other. And after me there will be no other. In order for him to make that claim that I am, that simply means that he cannot change. Because if Jesus changed, then he could not be the only way. He could be one of the way. Because he's going to change. But here he showed like, I'm not going to change. I am the only way. There is no other way to the Father but by me. I am the way, I am the truth. There is no other truth beside me. I am the life. You cannot have life beside me. As was read in the passage in our scripture reading, that he gave us life. But in order for him to make that claim, he cannot change. And he has to be God. So let us worship Jesus. Because he never changes. And that is something that we can hold on to as Christians. Yes, times will get hard. Yes, things will seem wrong. But guess what? God never changes. So because Jesus never changed, you can be sure that his judgment is sure. His judgment is sure. And you jump over to Malachi chapter 3. Malachi chapter 3, and just to give you a backdrop of it, where God is talking to his people, especially to the prophets, the priests actually. But they were saying like, Lord, what's going on? He's saying, I'm sending my messengers to warn you because there's things going on that you are not supposed to be doing, or you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing, and things that you're supposed to be doing, you're not doing. And they were crying out to God like, when, how, why, how? And in verse 5, they made this claim. The priest made this claim. Actually, let's start in verse 4. And he said that the offering of Judah and Jerusalem will be pleasant to the Lord, as in the days of old, as in a former year, and I will come near to you for judgment. I will be swift witness against the sorcerers, against the adulterers, against the perjurers, against those who exploit wage earner, and widows and orphans, and against those who turn away as alien, because they do not fear me, saith the Lord. The Lord said this in a sense to let us understand. Judgment is near. Judgment will come. In this day and age, we see so many things going on. It seems like the wicked is prospering. It seems like every vain imagination comes up. It is prospering. And sometimes we look and we say, Lord, what is going on? Sometimes us as Christians, if you be honest with yourself, if you really look at what's going on, you really wonder. For some of us, we even look up and say, Lord, please, do something. Last night we were watching television. My older daughter and I were watching television, and part of the news, not the local news, it was overseas. And they were saying during a parade, when the police officer stopped and proposed to his spouse. So we're like, okay, that's cool, so we're going to watch it. But when we stop to see the proposal, the gentleman went down on his knees in front of the entire crowd and proposed to his partner, a male. And people were there cheering. And we were like, wow. And then my youngest daughter said, Daddy, what does it mean to propose? And I thought that cringe, because I don't want to say propose to be married, because marriage, my definition of marriage is completely different from theirs. I told her that proposal is, and I had to stop and think, make my words right. He wants him to be together. You understand what I'm saying? She said no. I said, okay, go. Right, because it's hard to explain with all that going on. It's like you don't want to condone it, but we wonder like, God, what's going on? And this was the answer that God was giving to the priests back then. They were wondering like, God, what's going on? All the evil, everything, even in the center, what was going on? What's going on? And God said, listen, in verse 5, I will come near to you for judgment, and I will be swift witness against all this manner of evil. God is telling that, listen, don't worry. When you think, as I said in First Peter, when you think it's peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come. And when he says, I will be a witness, meaning that God don't want nobody to come and say, yes, God, I saw them. God said, no, I see everything. I know everything. And judgment is coming. Judgment is sure. Judgment will not pass, because everybody will be judged. Because what? I change not. So when you think I am sleeping, when you think that I went for a walk and don't see what's going on, when you think, as one of my wife, personal normally visitor, I always said, when you think that God has given you your private time, He sees everything and it will come to judgment. Where do I come over this? Turn with me to 2 Corinthians chapter 5. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. So don't lose Malachi chapter 3, because we'll be going back there. But in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10, it shows us that, listen, judgment is sure. Here it says, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that each one may receive the things done in the body according to what he has done, whether good or bad. Here, Paul is making the claim, or is setting it forth, and listen, judgment is coming to who? gonna be the judge? Jesus. In Malachi, God said, I will judge. And in 2 Corinthians, Paul said, Jesus is going to be the judge. And that's another claim right there, that Jesus is God. So this unchanging Jesus is going to be the one who does the judgment to make sure that it is sure. And to make sure we understand how sure it is. When he says, for we must all. It's a necessity that, listen, it is a sure thing. We will be there, either like it or not, either willing or unwilling. You will be in front of Jesus to be judged. Every one of us will be there. The universality of the judgment is that we must all. Not some. Every one of us will be in front of Jesus to be judged. The person by whom or before whom we must be judged, and as I said earlier on, it's going to be Jesus Christ, unchanging God. He will be the one carrying out the judgment. The manner of this judgment is that we all must appear and be manifested. That means that we will be there to be judged for the things that we do and the things that we think. The things that we do and the things that we think. So some of the time we might think something and say, why, God can't do that. I mean, really do it. You thought about it. And it says, every word. Every word doesn't mean what you do physically, but as I said, what you do mentally. And it shall come to judgment. And to finish off, the end of the judgment will be either punishment or reward. When he says, you shall be according to what you have done, whether good or bad. Depending on what you do, you shall be judged for it. Christians or unsaved. For the Christians, it's not like you'll be sent to hell. You can't. You can't be the salvation. It's just rewards. For the unsaved, your reward is the separation from God. So Jesus is unchanging. And because he's unchanging, judgment is sure. We may be crying out and say, Lord, something needs to happen. But he says, don't worry. It will happen. It will happen. Because I never change. But I'm not going to finish off on a bad or sour note. If we turn back to Malachi chapter 3. In verse 5, where God told them that, listen, judgment is coming. And it will be for all and everyone. Don't fret. Don't worry. It is coming. It will be swift. But in verses 6 and 7, it's not all doom and gloom. In 6 and 7, for I am the Lord, I do not change. Therefore you are not consumed, O son of Jacob. Yet from the days of your father, you have gone away from my ordinance, and you have not kept them. Return to me, and I will return to you, say the Lord of hosts. Here, the judge, who said judgment is sure, judgment is coming, is saying justification is sure. Justification means to be declared righteous. And in verses 6 and 7, he said that, listen, even though judgment is coming, I am extending my hand for you to change your destination. I'm extending my hand for you to change the outcome of what's going to happen. I'm extending my hand. In verse 7, he said, return to me. Basically saying, return to me, the one who loved you first. Return to me as a traveler who has lost his way. Return to me as a treacherous wife or husband who has gone astray. He's offering us time to say, come. He's offering us righteousness. The same one who's going to judge us is stretching out his hand and say, come, let me set things right with you. before it is too late. God was calling out to his people in Malachi, say, come, this is going to happen. This is what will happen. But I'm offering you, I'm extending out my hand. And he says, return to me, and I will return to you. Come, you see all the destruction that is set if you continue this way. Come to me, and it will not happen to you. All that is planned out, all that is set for you, come to me, and I will relent from it. Because if you continue this way, this is what will happen. And God was calling out to his people and saying, listen, I'm giving you time. But it's not only for those in the Old Testament, but it's also for us now. In Romans chapter 3, Romans chapter 3, verses 24 and 25. Paul made the case to the Romans to let them understand that everybody is a sinner. Jews or Gentiles, we're all sinners. We're all deserving of hell. We're all deserving to be separated from God. But the judge has become our justifier. And in verse 24, it says, being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is in Christ Jesus. So here, Paul makes the claim that it's the same person who is going to be judging you, the same person who everything that you did, think, or say will be open in front of him. To the same person who will be separated, say, hell for you, heaven with less reward for you, is the same person who is offering himself and saying, listen, come and make yourself right, because justification only comes through me. It doesn't come through Allah. It doesn't come through deep meditation trying to be in oneness with nature. It only comes through Jesus Christ. And there is no other, there is no one else but him. And Jesus is crying out, say, come to me now before it is too late. That's why Peter said, God is not slack concerning his promise, but he's long suffering, that all should come to repentance. And it's so funny. Sorry, not funny. It's such a beautiful thing. When you think of it, it always just blows my mind that the God of this creation, right, how much it took of him so we could be saved. Do you understand how much restraint it took on Jesus for us to be justified? We could have just gone straight to judgment, as it happened, just keep going, go straight to jail. But no, he restrained himself. Because I don't know if some of you really understand or try to grapple with the concept that an all-knowing, all-powerful, ever-present being restricted himself in a human body. When they were lying on him, when they were spitting on him, when they were putting a thorn on him, when he was being whipped, he could have simply just spoke a word and the outcome would have changed. When he was on the cross, being nailed to the cross, and when they were mocking him, saying, if you're God, come down. And he could have simply just, I believe, come out of his hand and stepped down and like, okay, I know, what else now? But he restrained himself, knowing that, listen, I say I love you before the foundation of the world, and that hasn't changed. I will be judging you at the end, and that will not change. But right now, I'm giving you time to change. Because since I don't change, and you think you can't change, then guess what? You know where you're headed for the landscape. If you think you can't change, then hell will be your home. But he's saying that I'm the only being that cannot change. And I'm offering you the opportunity to change. When you stand in front of me, to see me as your Savior, not as your judge. And he offered that to us every single day. Every single day for the sinners. Every single day. Every breath that you breathe. Every time you open your eyes. It's because of him stretching out and giving you mercy and say, come to me before it's too late. Come to me before you breathe your last breath. Come to me before you will stand before me and see me as your judge. And there will be no Johnny Cochran repeat the case for you. There will be no excuse. And there will be no mommy stand up and say, Lord, can you please, I'm a good boy. I'm a good girl. There will be no grandma praying for you and say, Lord, when I pray for you, please make you come in. No. It will be, what did you do when I offer my grace, my mercy to you? What will you do? Because he's offering it to everyone. Because he doesn't change. And it's the beauty. Let's worship him. Because even though judgment is coming, and even as Christians, we deserve so, as the Bible says, discipline or chastisement when we go wrong, when we go astray. But yet still, because of his unchangingness, he loves us. And he keeps on blessing us. So right now, as you think about it, we have an unchanging God who will say that judgment is sure. We have an unchanging God who says that even though judgment is sure, I'm still offering you justification for you to make it right with me. For you to come and stand in front of me as if you never sinned in your life. For you to stand in front of me as if you're Mr. or Miss Perfect. You've never done or did anything wrong in your life. He's offering us that opportunity today. But will we change? One of the big things on the news now, as for most of you might hear, is the killing in Orlando. And I'm being very careful. Very, very careful. Right? It happened, as you already know, for those who don't know, it happened at the nightclub. They were out there celebrating. And they thought that, hey, I'm just going to go and have a night of celebration. And then come back and then next week I'll go to the parade and so forth. But they didn't know that it was their time. They didn't know that guess what? Tonight you celebrate, but you shall stand before me shortly. And for other persons, even in Jamaica, when we always say, boy, people dead before their time. I don't really believe that. I believe God extended his mercy and his grace, and then he reached a point where he said, okay, you have the opportunity for the unsaved. You have the opportunity right now to make it right. You have the opportunity right now to change. Because God is not going to change and say, come into heaven because you're a good boy or a good girl. No. It is only through Jesus Christ. For the saved, for the Christian, you know you haven't been the perfect Christian. You know willfully you have gone astray. And he's saying, right now, I'm giving you the opportunity to make it right with me. In Malachi, he was talking to the priests, the persons who were supposed to be in the temple, in this temple, worshiping, the persons who were supposed to be clean and holy, the persons who sinners were coming to ask them to go to God for forgiveness. And he was telling them that you yourself has gone astray, but he will say, return to me. We have the right now to return to him. We have the right now to change. Will we make the change? He will never change. That's the beauty of it. But he offers opportunity to change. Heavenly Father, we give you thanks for who you are. We give you thanks for your mercy and your grace. We give you thanks for your love that never changes. For the peace that you offer that never changes. For the joy that you offer that never changes. We give you thanks for the forgiveness that you offer. And Lord, we pray right now that if the Spirit is pricking anyone's heart, whether to come and change their destination from hell to heaven, or whether to change the way they're living, calling themselves Christian but not living the way they ought to, whether it's for them to change and live the way you want them to, Father, Lord, I pray that they will take heed. Because tomorrow is promised to no one. Only now that we have. So I pray, oh God, that Lord, we will do the right thing before it's too late. And we ask all this in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise him, all creatures here below. Praise him above, ye heavenly hosts. Praise Father, Son, and